Jenina Louis.
I'm so delighted to be here with you all tonight. It feels so special to be joined by past Miss Philippines Australia queens and finalists, the women who motivated us to be where we are today and have continued to inspire us as they embark on new paths. To be also here with our new candidates, to witness and to get to know today the beautiful, intelligent and strong Filipino Australian girls who are just starting their journey and being part of the family is truly so exciting. And more than that, it is so great to be celebrating the Miss Philippines Australia competition with our such supportive guests, some of which who make a commitment to help with this grand event every year. What we do could not be so successful and whole without you. So I want to take this time to really thank everyone from the bottom of our hearts who have supported me and all the girls here tonight. I can't believe it's already been 9 months since my coronation, almost the end of my term. It's been such a thrilling and fulfilling experience that I never could imagine that I would have the privilege of living. One thing about me is that I'm a planner. Maybe some here will relate in knowing that it's a double-edged sword. It's a quality that helps you stay organized, but at the same time, I can be very tied to only what's on schedule. Joining a pageant to compete for Miss Philippines Australia was surely something that was not on schedule. That may be the last thing that I could have written down before August last year came around. I was once a very quiet, afraid of the stage, timid girl. I've said that several times, and I repeat that because I don't want anyone to forget that that is where many of us girls start. We come from all sorts of backgrounds. For me, it was just business I knew and taekwondo, which seemed very out of line to pageantry. My family too had never watched a pageant, so I thought coming home with the Miss Philippines Australia crown would probably be a really big leap. What's amazing is that this event gives us girls a chance to do something out of our comfort zone and not change, but learn how we can enhance ourselves. We also learn to change our easily intimidated mindsets and believe in ourselves. I had my younger brother Jamie, who's not here tonight because he's studying for trials. He was my biggest hype man. And everyone was most surprised that between my two conservative parents, that my dad let me join the pageant. But he was actually so game for me to give this a go and to not be scared, just as he has always been with me in taekwondo. As it turns out, I loved the feeling of doing something unexpected and have since enjoyed being on stage, meeting people to share my initiative, even if it's not on schedule. I actually joined motivated by the services of being a charity queen. So one of the most rewarding experiences so far is touring the Philippines to visit the beneficiaries of the funds raised at the fiesta, including what contestants work hard to collect. You read it in the magazines, but it's different and so moving to see it in person, the love and aid that PASC spreads to Filipinos in need year on year. We donated to Home for the Angels and St. Rita Orphanage. I'm glad we support them because the carers are such lovely people who keep these beautiful abandoned children healthy, happy, and feeling at home. The relationship that PASC has with the Technological University of the Philippines is so heartwarming. They were extremely welcoming to us and so thankful for our ongoing support to the students. We met current and past scholars that we have sponsored, and you can see the contributions in helping young people achieve their career dreams and bring their families out of poverty. The work we candidates, fiesta volunteers, and guests unite together in is so worth it, knowing that it is supporting all these deserving people. So many more highlights during May, such as meeting with the Secretary of Department of Tourism, Commission on Filipinos Overseas, the Mayor of Manila, being treated by sponsors, and being on national television for the show Ipulaga. To this day, it feels so unreal to be introduced to or even just stand by next to these reputable leaders and influencers. Thank you to the PASC board for organising such a wonderful and memorable trip. I feel so lucky and honoured that through the Miss Philippines Australia platform, I've gotten to know and build friendships with such kind-hearted, talented, generous people who I've learned so much from and really look up to. I will never forget that I didn't earn this crown alone, but with the hands of the Filipino community, my family, who were there for me every step of the way, no matter how unfamiliar this was for all of us, our friends, and people I haven't even known well, especially our Ilocano army that I represented. You showed me that it's so natural in Filipinos to help and uplift each other. It's just by being Pinoy, we are family. Most of you would know my mother, Glennis. She's a superwoman in that she will have so many things on her plate. Just having us two kids, I know it's such a handful, but she'll make the time to do community service. That is one of the things I really admire in her.
And so it means a lot to me that I've gotten the chance to follow her footsteps and play a part in supporting local initiatives and even start my own, just like her. The mission that really spoke to me when I gained this platform was to encourage younger generations of Filipino Australians to embrace their roots, learn our traditions, develop connections with the people and our country. I was fortunate to be brought up in a household that instilled in us Filipino values and upheld the traditions. But I know many who grew up here didn't have that same kind of childhood. It is so great that we have so many Filipino elderly and parents who are active in the community, but what we need is to have this patriotism and understanding passed down so we can continue the beautiful foundations that you have built. So I thought, in what way could I contribute in making the difference in my young generation? From a young age, I fell in love with traveling to the Philippines. The friendly, most hospitable people, the breathtaking natural landscapes, the uniqueness in our cuisine, the place where everyone is happy, helpful, and grateful no matter what their circumstances are. When you experience this, you become an even more proud Filipino. I believe that it is truly a gem in the world that still hasn't reached its potential in tourism. For this, I began the Hello Philippines Youth Tour, where a select group of young Filipino-Australian ambassadors will go to the Philippines firsthand and immerse themselves with the culture and see the beauty of the country, sharing this with the rest of the world. They will come home knowing more about their Filipino heritage and make an impact on how Australians see the Philippines, a voice in promoting the Philippines as a top-of-mind place to travel to. Only a few days from now, a group of us Phil Aussies will be embarking on a 17-day tour around prime Philippine locations, Manila, Cebu, Boracay, and Palawan, visiting some of the most picturesque wonders of the world, such as Kawasan Falls of Cebu, and the breathtaking Twin Lagoon, and see the turquoise water beaches of Coron. Lots of fun holiday activities are to look forward to, such as swimming with the whale sharks and turtles, watching cultural shows in Manila's historic sites, craft making, shopping at famous markets, doing the food crawl in Binondo that we are seeing all over YouTube, and experiencing the Manila and Boracay nightlife. It is extremely exciting that we have partnered with the Philippine Department of Tourism, who have invited us to the launch of their Grand Calabarzon Tour, where we will be joining a special bus with officials, heads of associations, representatives of local government units, media members, and also the Secretary of the Department of Tourism. Not only will this be so meaningful for the participants, but we are also supporting the Philippine economy, helping with the local livelihood, and it's the flow-on effect that we'll have on other young Aussies and Australia as we bring home our enthusiasm for the Philippines and appreciation of our culture. This will all be documented and posted with our hashtag Hello Philippines Youth Tour. So we would love for you to share our content, to spread that encouragement of getting young Phil Aussies involved, and to promote the Philippines as the next big place to travel to. That would really help us achieve our mission. I couldn't do this alone,
There's so much work that goes into creating a tour, especially as we are not a travel agency or business. This is purely community service that our Hello Philippines Youth Tour Committee devotes their after hours time to just do out of passion to make this a success for the Filipino community. I want to mention some special names, although there are so many more helping us that I haven't forgotten. Kuya Lance, who's in the Philippines, Tita Maravik, Tito Michael, Kuya Francis, and Tita Hanilet. And most importantly as well, my mom, who has taken the lead in managing the project. She's worked tirelessly to put this together and make it as best as it can be for the participants. I want to also thank our sponsors so much for your support. This would all not be feasible if it weren't for your generosity. We are all so grateful. Department of Tourism Philippines, with their Bisita Be My Guest, Philippines Hop On Hop Off, the Philippines Experience, also Commission on Filipinos Overseas, Remitly, MBA Financial Services, Astoria Boracay, and Mega World International. I am so happy for what the team has achieved, and I'm really looking forward to our time in the next few days. Please pray for our safe and successful journey. Maraming salamat po. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much, Jenina. Oh, wow.